Hey beloved, welcome back for, I gotta get my fingers straight, day 9 of the 10-day live video challenge that I'm taking part in. And really, the big challenge overall is to actually get into the practice of talking live, engaging, being a bit more transparent, a bit more open, and really just having fun. So, if we haven't met yet, hi, my name is Courtney Louie, and I am passionate about helping you live intentionally with passion and purpose as God's beloved. Because I fully believe that when you embrace that you are God's beloved, that your identity, your worth comes from Him, not from your accomplishments, your achievements, your failures, your mistakes, things that have gone wrong, your circumstances, what other people say, all those kinds of things. I wholeheartedly believe that you find a lot more purpose and passion and can actually be more intentional with how you spend your time. So anyway, there's my little sermonette. You'll probably hear it pretty frequently because I find it really hard not to go off on that. So the day 9's challenge for this 10-day video challenge is to do something physical. And so I was kind of stuck about what do I do? And also since my son's with me, I'm a little bit more limited about some things I can do. And quite frankly, I don't feel comfortable putting him online because my 3-year-old hasn't really decided if he wants to be online anywhere. And I like to give him the freedom to choose. Anyway, that's another tangent. But I decided, why not do some yoga? And actually, I've been on a bit of a creative slump today. I don't know if you've ever experienced that, so you're welcome to comment below if you've ever experienced a creative slump, what you do about it. And I found for myself, it's really helpful sometimes to play. And what play looks like for you may be a little bit different than what it looks like for me. So I'll stop yammering for a moment so we can get going, right? So if you want to join me, this is a little modified yoga pep talk. I've done them every few weeks or so. It's been a little while. And typically when I've done them, you're welcome to wear something stretchy. You're always welcome to do the replay and find a comfortable, sturdy surface you can camp out on. And since we're coffee chats and yoga mats, you're welcome to bring your coffee or your tea while you're at it. So get a little pep talk, a little healthy movement, and sip and savor, right? So let's go ahead. If you want to join me, I'm going to sit up nice and tall. Roll the shoulders back. I also teach yoga and Pilates, primarily like this right now, but I used to do it in person a lot more. So you can close your eyes. You can always rest your hands on your knees. You can bring your hands together in prayer position. Do what works best for you. Breathing in. And let's take about 4 big deep breaths here. I find it hard not to teach this, so apologies if you don't want to be taught. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. As you breathe in, it could be really helpful to imagine your stomach is filling up like a big balloon. And as you exhale, you deflate that balloon. Let's do it one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. All right. Let's go and do a little side stretch. So you can place one hand right behind you. You can't really see it from the way I'm doing it, but nice and relaxed. Loosen up that back bottom shoulder. And bring arm up and over. Breathing in and breathing out. I'll try to reposition so if you want to join me, you can actually see what's happening. Breathing in. Breathing out. And release. We're going to change sides. So place that other hand on the ground. And again, scooting so you can see things. Breathing in and breathing out. Just stretching. It's such a good stretch and it's so simple. Breathing in and breathing out. Release. We'll just keep it pretty simple right now, just making sure you can see me and also to make it easy. We don't want to overcomplicate things. So you can bring your legs out, your toes are pointing up toward the ceiling if possible, or outside if you're outside. And let's go ahead and slide your hands down as far as your body can let you go. If you can only touch your knees, no worries. Just loosen up and breathe. Fun fact, when you hold your stretch for longer, you're not like jiggling around, you actually have a more effective stretch. So that's pretty cool. You loosen up those cells, get things moving. Breathing in and breathing out. Just a fair warning, I'm also doing this during my son's quiet time, which has not been quiet today. So if there's some banging on the door, we will wrap this up because that has been known to happen. Breathing in and breathing out. And release. Again, super simple. Butterfly. There's so many other poses, but I'm sticking with what's easy because I've realized I'm already feeling a little slumpy with my creativity. Butterfly pose, you can fold down, and overthinking things is not helpful. Breathing in and breathing out. So the funny thing is, I was actually at this phenomenal intensive 2 days ago, or I was doing it from home, and it was all about really digging into your why, of why you're doing what you're doing, how does that actually serve who you want to serve, how. And it was really great, super empowering. And the next day I was so focused. I was improving my messaging, really getting more clear about how I was communicating things. My hope was to be able to help you better. And it's not helpful if you're confused. And today that is just like dried up. I don't know where it went. It just kind of like, I was staring at the computer screen during our quiet time and I can't think. I'm really stuck on how to say anything. And that's a big cue that often it can be really helpful to play. So for me, play may be some healthy, happy movement. Happy is very important in my mind. So maybe some dancing, going on a walk, now a bike ride, doing some yoga, some Mama Strong, phenomenal program if you haven't heard about it before. And let's go and come in nice and wide. We'll do straddle stretch. So they're just basically, let's stick with one leg. So we're going to send the other leg out, bend the knee, and just walking out. Again, I just like these leg stretches. They're so good. Breathing in and breathing out. And play, that's a big thing where personality really comes into. So for instance, I think I shared recently that within the Myers-Briggs MBTI personality framework, I'm an intuitive feeler. An ENFJ officially, but an intuitive feeler, which often means I have a passion for learning more about who I am. And I think most of us do, but especially if you lead with intuitive feeling, those are two of your functions. I'm butchering that right now, so I apologize. You tend to have this burning, deep desire to know yourself, to really, fulfill all your potential. And it's something that is like a hardcore quest that tends to consume a lot of your energy and your time. And you really worry about being authentic and true to who you are. But if you don't think you know who you are, oh my goodness. Anyway, it can be a sick cycle if you don't watch it. Let's go and switch sides. So we're going to bend the other knee, extend the other leg out, and gently folding forward. But knowing that, it's been really helpful to clue into the things that kind of light me up and what to me are playtime. So for instance, for me, reading some non-fictional personal development books is really fun. I'm actually in a coaching program right now that's all about learning how to be a better entrepreneur, which is really fun. And for me, that is up my, let's do this. That it feels like a Snicker bar when I sit down to do a training or to get some coaching. And even if it's not direct one-on-one coaching, that just lights me up and is so fun. And that's something I realized I just need to be more conscious about building that in. That doesn't mean you have to, if you're an intuitive feeler, you need to be in a coaching program. But more so, maybe that means consciously seeking out books that you get excited about the content. Like, oh, I want to learn how to fill in the blank. And make it a priority. That's actually something that I know I've learned to actually prioritize more, especially since becoming stay-at-home mom with my son, how I need that. It's like sustenance. It helps me keep going. And let's come up nice and tall. And let's do the straddle stitch. That just means both legs are out. You're always making sure your knees are just pointing toward the ceiling. They're not rolling in. They're not rolling out. That protects your joints. And walking our hands out as far as we can. But play. And I don't know, I'm curious, what comes to mind for you when you hear about the idea of play? Now, that may make you think about children playing with toys, which is also cool if you like playing with toys. No shame here. But what play for you might be a little bit different than, your best friend. And that's actually pretty awesome because you've got a whole range of options. And at least that's something I was sharing. When I'm in a creative slump, when I'm really kind of struggling to work through, maybe it's a relationship conflict, a business issue. For me right now, it's messaging. consciously going out of my way to take a pause, step away, and do something that for me is playful is so life-giving. And typically I come back more energized, like not the same day, then the next day. I'm a lot more stoked and I've got new creativity. And breathe. Let's go and do the next stretch. Now this one I learned from Courtney with Mama Strong. Again, she's phenomenal. It's a really great program if you are a woman. You don't have to be a mom. It's very mom friendly, but really great hacks. I could gush about that for a long time. But anyway, this is really great neck stretch. I do the migraine hack a lot. And this one has been one that I go to even when I'm not migraining it up or I can't pull up the hack. So it's pretty simple. So you extend your hand out, fingertips, oh, there you go. Fingertips pointing down. And we're gonna tilt your head to the other shoulder, just kind of like you're resting somewhat. And then you can also push. So you're feeling a stretch right along your neck, a little bit down your arm. It kind of heightens it. Anyway, it's phenomenal. It's so good. But that's just something play that I've been thinking a lot about lately. How can I incorporate more play into what I'm doing? Because if you are also a recovering overachiever, overcommitter, overdoer, it can be really hard to remember that play matters. It really does. And let's go ahead and switch sides, gently rolling to the other side, nice and gentle. You're extending that hand out. I'll model it like that. Looks a little awkward that way. Bringing the hand out and gently tilting it over. Your ear does not have to touch your shoulder, and gently pressing the shoulder open. Thank you, Courtney, from Mama Strong for this exercise. There's actually a really cool learning theory. It's called transformative play, and how play can legitimately transform the way your brain operates, the way you see things, the way you approach life. And I mean, we know about it when we look at children. Play is their job. And I'm not saying as an adult you have to like play with toys all day, or that I need to listen to educational podcasts all day. But knowing what play is for you can be so exciting and make it a lot more fun. You can be rejuvenated to do the things you need to do, or the things you want to do with more joy. And release. Well, I'm going to wrap this up because I think I have a little person probably going to bang on my door any moment. So let's go and take a few big deep breaths. Remember, play is good as long as it's ethical and honest and not taking advantage of people, I guess. So let's go and take 4 big deep breaths, sitting up nice and tall, rolling the shoulders back, relaxed. I'll try to remember to count. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Exhale. So, like I mentioned, if you haven't yet, feel free to comment below. Like, what are some ways that you like to play? Some ways that you feel comfortable posting online that make you happy, things that loosen you up, to revive your creative juice. And whatever your creative pursuits are, they matter. So, don't overthink it, what being creative might be. And as always, you can live intentionally with passion and purpose as God's beloved. So I will see you tomorrow in day 10 of the 10-day live video challenge. Thank you so much for joining me. See you later. Bye.